Today we are actually in the kitchen for a baking video because everything is now planted and we're just, harvesting fruit and digging up potatoes and stuff, so there's not much to show you outside. That's why I didn't film a video last week, but this week we have been challenged by Molly's Pantry to do a recipe involving jam. And the other thing with this recipe is it needs to be kid friendly and something to do over the summer holidays. So if you want something to do over the summer holidays with your kids, this is the ideal recipe because it is a no-way strawberry cheesecake. So that means the only equipment you need is this, which is a tin. So this could be anything that you can make a cheesecake in. And all the ingredients today have also been provided by Molly's Pantry. So if we have all of these ingredients, how is it going to be no way? Well, to do the no way cheesecake, you have to get specific items of each to make sure you have the right amount. So with the digestives, you will need 13 digestive biscuits. So instead of weighing them, we're just going to count them. And then you have 1 jar of the condensed milk, because these tins are always 297 grams always. And then this is a 300 gram punnet of strawberries, and these are from Molly's Pantry, and you can get these from Molly's Pantry. And then these are 2 lemons, so you just get 2 lemons. These are quite large lemons, and these are also from Molly's Pantry. And then with your strawberry jam, this is an 110 gram jar of jam, and to get one this big, you have to get it from us, because if you get it from the supermarket, you will have way too much jam. So I definitely recommend this jam for this recipe. And then you will need slightly more than half of a block of butter, and this is 250 grams. And then here you can have mascarpone, or you can have soft cheese. So this is what we provided by Molly's Pantry, and it can either be 250 or 280 grams, it doesn't really matter, but this one happens to be 250. Okay, first step is actually going to be to grease your tin, and you can use the butter that you have to do this, that's what we did. And then next thing we're going to prepare is our digestives. So what you're going to do is you are going to count 13 biscuits, and what you can do is you can use one of these, just your plastic blender. But even if you do not have one of those, you can still blend them up. And what you can use is a water bottle, and as you can see, you filled it with water to make it heavy. And then you put them in your plastic bag, and then just whack it, and they will become all crushed up. And also you could use a rolling pin, anything heavy, and just crush it up in a plastic bag. Okay, now we have our bag filled with crumbs, so we need some melted butter. So you will need a bowl. This can be any bowl, doesn't have to be a nice Pyrex bowl like this. And with your block of butter, we need 100 grams. This is 250 grams. So you're going to estimate, and you're going to go roughly half, and then maybe a little bit less. But if you just do half, that's absolutely fine, because you just need some butter to help stick together the base. So it is not the end of the world if you don't get exactly 100. And with this, you should cut it up into cubes before you put it in the microwave and melt it, because otherwise it will take ages to melt. This is the melted butter, so what we're going to do is we're going to put our crumbs into the butter, and then going to mix that around and put it in the bottom of the tin, and then you can press it down and it will become a cheesecake base. Next step is you are going to chill this in the fridge while you make the base. But before you put it in the fridge, make sure it is pressed down, because when you put it in your tin, it might look like, whoa, there's so much base, but you need to make sure you press it down really firmly and tight, so when it chills, it's a nice solid base. we are going to make the cheese of the cheesecake. And what we're going to do first is we're going to mix together our mascarpone and the condensed milk. And when you put this in here, it's going to look really sloppy. But then we will add our magic lemons and it will form our nice soft cheesecake that will actually set. Now what you're going to do is you are going to stir this until it looks smooth and you can't see any lumps of the cheese. This is now a really smooth and nice mixture. So now we need to add our lemons, because right now this is way too runny. So with your lemons, if you do not have one of these juicers, what you can do is you can just squeeze them. But as lemons have pips, I would recommend doing it in a separate bowl, so if any pips come out, you can remove them before it goes in here, because you don't want that. But I'm just going to use the juicer. Now we have the juice of the lemon, so if you think, oh, I don't want a lemon flavoured cheesecake, don't worry about it, because this does not add flavour to the cheesecake. But you have to put this in, otherwise it will stay this texture and will never set. So when I put this in, it should start to go thick. See, look at that, that is getting thicker even now, look at that. Before it was liquid, and now it is a thick cheesecake mixture. Now is the final step before you can go away for a while, because what we're going to do is we're going to put our cheesecake mixture in here and we're going to spread it all nice and smooth, and then we're going to put it in the fridge until it is set. So we're making this in the afternoon and we're not going to eat this until like after dinner for dessert. And we can't prepare the strawberries until it is about to be served, because if you do that, then the strawberries will go really runny when you mix them with the jam, like if you leave it for ages. So it's best to just do it right before so they're nice and fresh. Now this is smooth, we are going to put it in the fridge for a few hours. This is the set cheesecake, so it's been a few hours now, and what we're going to do is we are now going to make the topping. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all the greenery off the strawberries, then we're going to chop them up, and then we're going to put them in the bowl, and then put all the strawberry jam in there, mix it, and then that will be our cheesecake topping. This is the strawberry and jam mixture, and here we have our slices of cheesecake, and all you're going to do now is you are going to spoon some of the topping onto your cheesecake.